Hello everyone, welcome to First Year Teaching Tips. This video series is dedicated to helping any teacher who is in their first year of teaching or in their first year in a new role. Veteran teachers are welcome as well. With that being said, let's begin. So who am I? My name is Mia, and I am, as of the recording of this video, a 10-year veteran in education. I worked as a high school social science teacher in public and private schools, and currently work as an instructional technology specialist in a public district. When I began teaching, the landscape of education looked very different. However, I have found that there are some tips, tricks, and other bits of information I wish I had known when starting my career. Some of this advice comes from my own experiences, and some of it comes from what others have taught me. Please note that some of these tips may or may not apply to you depending upon how your school district organizes curriculum writing and lesson plan writing. Still, I hope they help you in some way. So let's dive into this video's tips about lesson planning and reflection. Tip number 1, create or use a district-provided lesson plan layout. Your lesson plan should have all of the required elements in an easy-to-access document that can be easily replicated. Create a master copy of one that works for you, or use the district-provided one in order to create your plans. It can take time to find a layout that works for your understanding. Experiment and see what helps you keep track of your materials. Personally, I like adding in the expected time for each activity so I know how to pace myself in a lesson. Tip number 2, as soon as a lesson is over, write notes about what to do next time. Lessons can be great successes or require a bit of improvement. Take notes in the lesson plan document while the activity is fresh in your mind. If you can't take notes in the original document, I recommend jotting down 1 to 2 ideas on a sheet of paper for improvement the next time you have to teach that plan. Sometimes when I reflected on my lessons, I would write in all capitals, "Do not do this next time." Whatever helps you remember so you can improve, be sure to do it. Tip number 3, create lessons from pre-existing resources when permitted and permissible. Every district has their own regulations about who writes curriculum. If you are required to write lessons, not everything has to be done completely originally. Chances are, if you have a lesson idea, someone else may have had it too. Numerous resources are available online. You should also check with your colleagues if they have a pre-existing curriculum scope and sequence. Be sure to credit the resources you use to make your lessons and adapt them for your student population. Nevertheless, to adapt a metaphor here, do not reinvent the wheel, just add a little extra paint. Tip number 4, consider your educational philosophy when planning lessons for your students. All right, this tip sounds a bit esoteric, so let me give a specific example. I believe that any lesson should be planned with the end goal in mind for the learning objective. I am personally not planning a lesson or creating an activity because the students find it fun. I think that lessons can be fun, but they should build towards the overall unit essential question or other goal. Sometimes students can become distracted by the fun element and miss out on the learning objective. With that being said, I know excellent educators who do believe that sometimes lessons should just be fun. These types of lessons can be great ways to build relationships with students and allow for a release of the normal routine of school. So when planning a lesson, consider your philosophy. What is your goal? Tip number 5, sometimes you have to adapt changes to a lesson in the moment. Life happens. There could be a major news story that students want to discuss. The energy of the class may not be appropriate for the lesson that is planned. There are going to be days where you will have to tweak your lessons or even throw them out entirely to react to the needs of your students. This situation can be frightening and anxiety-inducing. However, as I have said in other videos, students are going to remember how you make them feel the most. Responding to their needs in the moment allows you in the long run to focus more on the skills they need to gain. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in learning more, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also go to my website, www.guidegrowtech.com, for even more information on a variety of topics. Finally, I hope this video helped you grow in your knowledge of this topic. Take care.